Hey everyone, and welcome to Counterbuzz. I'm Greg Rosink, and I'm here today with James Cervantes from FX Luminaire. James, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do here.
Yes, thanks Greg. So my name is James, and I am the product manager for lighting controls with Hunter FX. So I cover everything from Luxor down to your basic on-off type of transformers and everything in between.
So you're the perfect guy to be talking to us today about our topic, which is power and control for lighting systems. So we're gonna talk a little bit about how we can control that. Can you tell us a little bit more about the line of controllers that we have for lighting?
For sure. Yeah, definitely. Like you said, we have a product family. I know a lot of times when people think of FX, they think of Luxor, and that's really the only power and control option that we have. When in reality, you know, we have transformers that are your basic on and off all the way to Luxor. So I know a lot of people have the standard designer series on the fixture side, and we kind of group everything a little bit different on the power and control side. Okay,
so when we talk about designer series and standard series, which is a couple of common terms that we hear in FX lighting, is there a category that the controllers in the power options fall under within that designer standard series?
Yes, so that's a real big misconception a lot of times. People like to put products into a good, better, best category, and that's typically what we see on the power and control side. One thing that we like to do now with all of our different options is really put it into different categories based off of the type of control that you want. So if you want basic on and off control, all the way up to Luxor control, then you have your basic, intermediate, and advanced control options. It's really what the homeowner wants to do and what they want to do as far as controlling their system. So
in the past with lighting, we've always had this on-off capability, and that was kind of the basics of it, using a Christmas light timer type of thing, a rotary dial type timer. Now, we still use this technology, right? Is that what we see in the more basic line of lighting controllers?
Definitely. So your basic control is going to be your simple on and off type of transformer. So if you don't want any control at all, what you'll do, you go out there and turn the circuit breaker on and off. Probably 0% of the people are actually going to do that. Okay. So we do see a lot of mechanical timers being plugged in, astronomical timers in order to make it a little bit more convenient for setup. But one thing that I want to touch on that we don't talk about much is the other control option that we have for our EX and PX transformers. So as you know, Hydrawise is very popular nowadays. And one thing that you can actually do using a basic transformer and a Hydrawise system is to use a PX sync and use this as your control option.
Okay. And so this is the ability to have that sort of on-off capability, but have some controllability with a irrigation controller, so that while you're managing your irrigation system, you're also able to manage your lighting system.
Exactly. It gives the homeowner a little bit more advanced control, I guess you could say, using the Hydrawise app. Basically what you do is once you install this into your transformer, you take an irrigation station from your Hydrawise controller, plug that station into the terminal block for the PX sync, dedicate a station on your irrigation controller, and now you have cloud control, I guess, using the Hydrawise app.
Wow, that's pretty awesome that we have that capability with the basic. This is the EX controller.
This is the EX. You can do it with the EX or the PX.
Okay, perfect. And then we kind of step up from this basic model to a more upgraded model that has a digital display, and that's the DX transformer. Is that what you have in front of us here?
Yes. So, you know, a lot of manufacturers have your basic controller all the way up to an advanced controller. One thing that separates FX is that we have that intermediate control. A lot of times people find intermediate control using an astronomical timer like this, a digital interface. Mm-hmm. What we wanted to do is put that type of functionality, flexibility, into a facepack. So the LX transformer was released a long time ago once Hunter purchased FX, and that was really a digital facepack that gave all-in-one control. Now with the DX, what we did is we took that LX transformer box, which is a multi-tap transformer, and updated it with a new DX facepack.
Okay. And what are some of the features that we get out of the DX controller that we might not get out of a basic controller?
You know, when you look at this face pack, it can be I guess a little overwhelming, some people might say, a little overkill. So one thing we wanted to focus on is make it simple. What people want to do is they want to be able to program, schedule their transformer, and be able to manually operate it. And they want it so that it's very accurate when it comes to sunset and sunrise times. So what we did is we kept it very basic. We went to programs. We went to a simple setup using astronomical timing, very similar to what we use on the Luxor, where you basically put your longitude and latitude coordinates and it'll set your sunrise and sunset times based off of that, as well as a manual operation. So one thing with this digital face pack, you want to make sure that if you do turn it on manually, you don't forget to turn it off. Or you're out there in the field and you just want to test the lights, you just want to turn it on real quick and then turn it off real quick. So for the manual operation, you press manual on, the transformer will automatically turn on for an hour. If you forget to turn it off at the face pack, it'll automatically shut off. This manual runtime will go all the way up to 15 hours.
Wow, okay. So you said that you have astronomical timing and it comes on with sunset and sunrise, it'll shut off. Now traditionally we would do that with a photocell married up with a controller like this that we don't have that type of programming feature. Can the photocell be added to work with the DX transformer as well?
So that's really the benefit of having this face pack. You don't have to use those plug-in accessories, whether it be a photocell or a timer. You come in here, you have your sunset and your sunrise times, but then you can also do offsets. So okay. A lot of that functionality that you can do in this timer that takes a little bit of time to set up is really simplified in the DX face pack. And you know, setup time is definitely reduced, so the shorter amount of time that you're at the job site, that means you can move on to the next one.
And so this has a built-in backup battery so that if you do lose power, you don't lose your entire schedule, is that right?
Right. There is a feature in here that if the power goes out, it will automatically turn back on if it was on during a scheduled program. The way I'm powering this right now is I have a little battery adapter that will power the face pack. And what this will do, it'll allow contractors to take the face pack, you can pull it out of the transformer, do it back at your office, come in here, set it up. Once you're finished with the setup, you go out to the job site, put it into the transformer, plug it in, and everything is ready to go. Wow. And then once you have that set up, if you're doing a lot of jobs in the same area, it also has a database backup. So you can take an SD card similar to the Luxor, put it into the face pack, back it up, so now every job that you do within your area, if that's the setup that you want for that DX transformer, you back up the database onto the face pack, and then setup is complete. Install the field wires and you're ready to go.
Okay, that's awesome. So basically, if I'm a contractor, this is a huge benefit to me because if Mr. and Mrs. Jones have the bee's knees lighting on their home and I want to have the same thing as Mr. and Mrs. Jones, all you have to do as the contractor is go take that card out, plug it into their transformer, and they're up and running with the same schedule, and now they look like, you know, the next big crew on the block.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, cool. That's really awesome. Is there anything else that you wanted to talk about?
No, I think that really covers it. Like I said, I think the main point is that do not put I guess a category around your different transformers. It's not really a good, better, best. It's a basic, intermediate, and advanced control option that you can get from FX Luminaire. It's really just what your customer values and the type of flexibility they want in the system.
Cool, awesome. And to kind of sum it up, we have the high-end Luxor controller that a lot of people talk about, and sometimes these guys get overshadowed by it, but the price point's a lot higher and not for everyone. So these are great controller options for a lower price point for a smaller lighting budget maybe. And there's still a lot of functionality that's built into both of these transformers, and it'll get the job done.
Yes, for sure. These are your bread and butter. These are your day-to-day type of lighting systems. Obviously, we have Luxor. Like you said, it's an advanced lighting control system that's very specific to the type of customer that wants that advanced control. These Once you have your FX fixtures, they will turn them on and they will turn them off.
Perfect. Well, hey, thanks for stopping by and giving us all this information about these great products. And we'll see you guys next time on the Counterbuzz.